Hey, it's Todd Ault. This is Risk On. I'm with Jason Bartholomew. Today is February 12th. This is the 10th show. This may be the best show about risk ever. That's a pre-qualified statement or a forward-looking statement. And I know that gets a little old, but this is a show about entertainment. I'm a 30-year-plus Wall Street veteran, executive chairman of Ault Global, traded on the NYSE American. Also, chairman, CEO, and founder of Ault & Company. Founded lots of companies, sold some, bought some, been around the block a while. So is Jason. Jason, what do you do?
I used to throw a 9-ounce, 6-inch round white pearl for a living.
You were a major league ball player.
Why do you say major league?
Because you were in the major leagues, dude. I don't want to argue with you about your past. I don't care about the trolls. Look him up. He played baseball. It doesn't matter where he played. He played.
All right, I did get a paycheck for playing baseball.
Yeah, you did get a paycheck. Did you get paid to throw the ball?
I did, yes.
Did you have Tommy John surgery?
I have the scar, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We do have the scar.
But you're also a trader and a poker player.
Yeah.
And this is a poker player's world right now. I am seeing like crazy liquidity, crazy stuff, and I just don't see when it's going to end. Now, Kramer, I hear you talking about highway to the danger zone. Now, it's dating you, my friend, and me too, because you're talking about, I think, Kenny Loggins in Top Gun. It is a little highway to the danger zone, but I don't think it's going to end yet. What do you think?
Well, I think it is a great time for poker players. Like, I see some tickers where, and I know you're salivating, where you just want to go pile all in.
So the liquidity is crazy. The liquidity is crazy. Listen, there are some broker dealers having some liquidity issues in which they're still metering the ability to buy and sell. The NSCC has to get their shit together. I'm sorry, but the reality is Sarbanes-Oxley and the things that have happened with what's the other one? What's the other bill? The big one, Graham Dodd.
Dodd-Frank.
Dodd-Frank.
Yeah.
Sorry, Graham Dodd. What's wrong with me? Dodd-Frank. The NSCC does not know what they're doing. They're asking. The SEC has to look at this issue where broker-dealers are limiting the ability for people to sell. But I digress, and we get onto the market. I saw new highs today, 2 weeks in a row for the S&P, right?
Yeah, S&P finished up 1839.35, all-time high.
Right. Is the Dow on the all-time high too?
The Dow up 28,31,458. I believe that is another all-time high.
Probably. What about the NASDAQ?
NASDAQ was up.
Did it rip?
71, yeah.
Yeah, it's ripping. Stuff's ripping, crazy. Yep. Twitter's hitting new highs again. Twitter is the story. If you're long, what is the kind of a social network there? Interestingly enough, with Twitter, I'm hearing they're going to come out with something that's going to compete with Clubhouse. This Clubhouse app where everyone's in audio.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I got in Clubhouse early, and I go on there and I moderate some stuff. Got to tell you, who has time to sit there and talk all day on Clubhouse? Marketers maybe, but I got to be honest with you. I have a day job. I like Clubhouse, and I love all the people on there. Bobby, Hustler, my friends out there. I see Brad Lee out there, Grant Cardone. Those are all great, and maybe they have time to be on those marketing. It's like a marketing app. But I've got to trade during the day, got deals to do, businesses to buy, stuff to do. What are you looking at today? What was risk on for you? OCGN maybe? What?
Yeah, OCGN, a little bit of Sundial. I was just looking in awe at Riot.
Hold on, let's get to that. So I was long Sundial today, bought it at 188, sold it up in the twos, like 210 or 15, and then at the end of the day, you had me put back on a trade. So we're long Sundial. We're long OCGN. I sold a little bit higher today, so I cut my position back by 50%. We give you this disclosure because we don't want people to think we're talking our book without telling you what we're doing.
Yeah.
Of course, this is entertainment purposes only, and you need to do your own research. But we are long OCGN.
It is up a little bit in the after hours. It's 10:33.
Right.
I am actually What do I have with OCGN? I got 1,500 shares, 1080 long, so I'm a little upside down.
I think I'm long about maybe 10,000 shares.
Okay.
Right.
So I've got Sundial. I got 7,500 shares at $2
You
flat.
had me buy 20,000 or 10 or 20,000 at the end of the day.
Yeah, that was fine.
So it's got $2 stock.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's also, I was looking at the Bumble stock that went public.
Bumble. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Now, Brett, if I bring it up here, will it come up? Yep. All right, let's bring up Bumble, man. Bumble.
Let's see if I had any legs in day 2.
BMBL, right?
Yeah, BMBL.
Yeah, Bumble was up again, right? So it opened at 77 yesterday, I believe. The high of the day today was 84.80.
Yeah.
That market cap is misleading. Brett, if you brought up the screen, that market cap is really about 13 billion.
It is.
Right. I think that's the public float part, is it not?
There's 45 million shares is the float. Yeah.
What do you like about Bumble?
I mean, I think that, it didn't stumble. So I think let's see what happens.
I think Whitney's onto something about empowering women, making the first move kind of thing. So
that's pretty cool.
I actually heard from a relative of mine, a friend, actually she's a friend and a relative, that Bumble lets you set up, you can request a 3-way on there too. We're not going to digress to 3-ways, are we?
No, we're not going
No,
there.
but the point of Bumble is not that you can put out that you want to have a 3-way. The point out is it empowers women.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in a way that's meaningful, and Whitney's selling something important. By the way, Whitney is this founder and CEO. So I'm impressed with what she's doing.
It's actually good for those that identify as a male, because if they're introverted, they can set up shop there, and then the women can just come to them.
But they make the first move.
Yeah, the women do. But what I'm saying is, if they're a little bit shy,
I wouldn't know anything about this. I've been married to the same woman for forever, and I'm very thrilled to still be married to her. I'm happy that she still wants to be my wife.
Yeah, I got 20 plus years in myself.
You do. Yeah. I know Andrea. She's a pretty girl. Yeah,
so,
smart too.
Yeah, she
got that little twang going on.
Yeah, she's.
What's it? Is it North Carolina or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
My wife grew up in Sonoma. She's an Indiana girl, tall, beautiful, blonde.
Yep.
A lot prettier than me. I don't know what the hell she's doing with me, but that's okay.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. I digress about Bumble.
So
what do you think people should be doing here? Putting it on?
No, I think we should. I would still wait. Let's just look and just observe.
But why are we bringing it up then? Just because you wanted to point out that it's trading well?
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it would do on day 2.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that Bumble is competing with Match.
Yeah.
And I assume with their newfound money, they're going to be pushing hard for women to identify and understand that they can control and make the first move and do it. I saw her on TV last night talking about doing it in God, I wish I could remember how she said it. It was like in a thoughtful way or polite way or a nice way. She was like saying that they want to create a nice environment. So I think they've built in protections about how to use it in a way that is tasteful, and people are pretty excited about what Whitney's doing.
Yeah, it should be good. I really am happy that happened, because competition's a good thing.
Yeah, okay. So we're digressing. We're off the screen on Bumble, right?
Yeah, we're off.
All right, sure. But I know you want to talk about Riot, and I saw an interesting diversion where it looked like Riot pulled away from Mara. I mean, in a big, meaningful way.
Can
we pull up the screen real quick? It closed up 6 and some change, and I don't know why. It kind of caught up. I mean, you're at 48,000, what, 48,000 on Bitcoin?
Yep, 40, yep.
Riot's turned into the way you play crypto stocks.
If you want exposure to crypto, the best way is to pick out a couple of these tickers and long them. I mean, people are kind of psychologically, they feel kind of intimidated because they can only buy 0.01 Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So I see a lot of people that now are just kind of going to the stock market and buying some of the tickers that they know are exclusively mining Bitcoin.
Right.
So it's similar to gold.
Has it gotten ahead of itself, or is it just anticipating that Bitcoin's going to be higher?
I don't think it's gotten ahead of itself, because wait till they report next.
I'm overly fascinated with this idea. Now, granted, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, and this Venmo thing, which I use, by the way, I use it to send money to my kids and whatever else, right? The idea that you're going to be able to buy and sell, or I guess send and receive crypto on Venmo, if that's exactly true, is a home run.
Yeah.
I think, wow, sort of like legitimizing the transfer of what's happening here in terms of crypto. And Bitcoin is taking the lead here. And Bitcoin reminds me of Xerox. It reminds me of McDonald's. It is the. I know there's altcoins, but you think about Ether being the infrastructure of blockchain.
Right.
I've completely bought into the thesis. I did a couple years I've been always nervous about the volatility, and obviously I was heavily involved. Spent $10 million on crypto mining in 17 and 18 or wherever it was, 17, 18, 19. I don't remember the exact time frame, but it was a brutal beating.
Yeah.
But now I'm a lot more comfortable that it's here to stay and wading itself in. But I don't know how the government's going to deal with this because it's clearly becoming. I almost feel like, and hear me out here, that the Treasury's got to kind of get long Bitcoin. I don't know if could you imagine that? Could you imagine if the U.S. Treasury bought crypto? I mean, what did he do, right? I mean, they're the big whale. They can just use fiat to buy Bitcoin.
Yep.
And now they control a digital currency.
So, I mean, we don't know how much gold we have.
How long are they going to wait for that?
Yeah, I mean, 50,000 seems like a key number. Will they start to really worry a little bit about it? 50 seems just like a psychological.
They call it disintermediation. What do they call it about when you is it disintermediation of the U.S. currency? Is that what they call it? The disparage. I saw Novogratz talking about a migration away from U.S. currency. It's not there yet, but that's going to be on people's minds.
Well, let's see, because if countries start buying oil with Bitcoin,
right? We're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
No,
because you still wake up every day like, I refer to a quarter pounder, although I'm an In-N-Out guy. So what's an In-N-Out burger cost on Bitcoin today? And it's moving every second, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's got to eventually stabilize, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like in the state of Utah, for example, you can transact with silver, like the actual precious metal.
Oh my God, we're back to silver now.
No, I was just thinking about how you break that down. Like, it's a lot different though with a digital wallet. It's much easier.
Sure.
But what if I roll up to an In-N-Out burger with a 1 ounce American Eagle? They're going to think it's $1. They don't even realize it. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a comedian, Mark Dice. He does like some political stuff in the streets, and where he was in Venice Beach, he literally rolled up onto the beach with a Hershey's chocolate bar and a 1 ounce silver round. And the silver round at the time was worth like $25, and the Hershey bar is the Hershey bar. And every single person opted for the Hershey bar, which is mind blowing.
Is that true?
Yeah, you can pull it up. It's crazy.
Crazy.
So
what stocks you want to cover? Riot? You want to talk about Riot at all?
You want to? Yeah, we covered Riot. You want to talk about some really risk on?
Let's go.
All right, let's talk. All right, brace yourselves. Let's talk about Greek shippers.
Okay, now give me a symbol, because the Greek shippers. Now, listen, this is fair warning to everybody. These Greek shippers, they raise capital in reverse. I saw one company do it like 7 times.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been involved with reverses, and sometimes you can't help it because something goes wrong in the market. The market doesn't have faith in what you're doing. Something happens here. But these Greek shippers have done crazy stuff, but they're trading crazy. Give me a symbol.
TOPS, T-O-P-S.
No, that's one of them. That's one of them that reversed like 8,000.
So, one of them reversed themselves right off the market. Do you remember DRYS? Dries?
Yeah,
oh, my gosh. Anyway, TOPS. I like to call it top shit, but it's really top ship. So
TOPS ships. We can bring up the screen there. They're 380 in the aftermarket. They're up 43% today. Why do people care about this name? Wow.
This ran on the back of SHIP. That's a great ticker name.
Right.
SHIP. So the energy costs are increasing.
I think I screwed that up again. TOPS.
Yeah, put up TOPS. So the a lot of the
Go
COVID
back to that screen there,
a lot of the COVID stuff is lessening. So you're seeing more demand.
Energy costs are higher.
Energy
so you're
costs
gonna go
are
dry
higher.
bulk, right?
Yes.
So I would say to people, if this is risk on, this would be a trade for higher energy prices, means more shipping because it's more cost effective, right?
Yeah, and also I heard there's a shortage of the shipping containers, which is kind of odd. I don't know. I was reading about some exporting of food, and containers were scarce.
Right.
And there could be like some food shortages because of the logistics of it, which is scary. So yeah, this is something. If I trade these tickers, because of fear of dilution and offerings and all kinds of crazy stuff, I will not ever hold these Greek shipper tickers overnight. Another one is Sea Energy, SHIP.
If we could, we'll go back to the shippers in a second.
All right.
I don't want to forget to cover this name. I never say this name right, but I give you the symbol, TRXC. I've been talking about this every couple days, But look at the stock today, right?
Was that Transcentrix?
Yeah, and this is that healthcare stock, and they have, I think, a better way of doing robotic surgery. This thing pulls back all the way to 510 or 520. Look at that.
Is that the daily right there?
It's the daily.
Okay.
And this thing rips all the way back up to, what was it, 649, 650, closes to 625. This thing is building an ever higher base.
Yeah.
Anyone who covers this name, anybody who knows this name and watches this show, make me a comment or send me a DM. I'd love to talk to you about this. This thing is raised a bunch of money, and they seem to have a product they're waiting for FDA approval on. And I've been hearing great things about it. Now, I'm not recommending it. I have traded it. I'm not long it right now.
Right.
I was a little bummed because I would have added to it today if I saw it, but I missed it. This is an example of risk on stupidity. I didn't see the pullback. I would have bought it. And when you're trading, full time, I have a day job and I trade the portfolio. You can miss things. This is probably why we need to focus more a little bit on setting up that desk a little bit, right? Because we trade, you and I are virtual sometimes. I'm somewhere else. You're somewhere else. But this is an opportunity here intraday to get back into the long. And this is this is an example of strength. I mean, this thing was down on the day, but its RSI was high enough it pulled it back up. And so to me, these are when you're trading stocks, they pull back intraday and near the high of the days. These are great signs that these stocks have strength.
What was the volume?
I didn't see the volume.
I'm just curious.
But what I will tell you is the volume was 49.6, almost 50 million.
Wow.
It's big volume.
That's
right.
big.
But I bring this up because I want to talk back about Sundial.
Right.
And that thing had kind of a blow-off top. That's why I'm a little concerned about a little bit of a blow-off.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see – tell me what happened with Tilray today. Did it rally back or not?
No, it didn't. It was 28 to 35 all day.
Right. So
lots of scalps, and the shorts were hammering every
So
top.
it fell like 50%. And then you saw intraday, you saw Sundial be over 420. And
right.
I don't know if that was psychological
Let's
or
just
not.
take a look at.
But then Sundial has pulled back around 50% off that.
Right.
And that may have been a blow-off top.
Yeah.
If Sundial doesn't rebuild, these things are in a trading pattern, and I would argue it's down a little bit here in the sense that they've broken that top that's a pretty big blow-off.
It was.
Right.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Let me bring up Sundial real quick.
Sundial. This is still speculation. It looks like it's 204 in the aftermarket.
We are long the stock, and we have traded it, but I think Sundial and these marijuana stocks have just listen, they're still way up from the bottom.
Yeah.
But if you look at the 5-day, that looks like a blow-off to me up there on massive volume.
There was a lot of FOMO on that day.
Right.
So the one thing that
that is I mean, some people are down 50. Someone is down 50%.
Oh, for sure.
Right. And so that looks like a blow-off to me pretty hard.
Let's say if someone, a lot of times they'll have the sympathy
Did you bring
play.
up the screen already, Brett, on that? Thanks.
Tilray, like some folks will have Tilray and Sundial.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll just be getting torched. I saw somebody on Wall Street Bets that had both their portfolio.
But I'll point out that you were right on that stock. You have been telling me about that thing for a month straight.
Yeah.
Like almost where I wanted to say to you, stop talking about the damn thing.
Yeah.
And it ripped from, I think it was below $1.
Yeah, it was.
And it ripped all the way to 4. I mean, that was a 4. I don't know what kind of percentage.
It's a 4. Yeah, huge.
4-bagger.
Yep,
more,
4-bagger.
even more.
Yep.
And there's no question that you were legit on this trade. And now we're dicking around with it a little bit, but reality is that I think it had a blow off top.
Yeah, I think we've probably scalped all we can get. There's not much meat left on the bones until the regulation, until the politics come involved, and they take that off the schedule, the THC.
Right.
So.
But what's risk on now? What's actually continuing with its rally?
Well, I mean, you're looking at OCGN is obviously paused. We're looking at yesterday. We were
but it's paused. You know that wasn't to me that wasn't a blow off top because people don't know what's happening with it yet. It didn't have. I mean, it did have a lot of buy-in, but it doesn't feel the same to me as what's happened with the marijuana stocks.
POWW had a decent day today. It had a big run up yesterday.
Now these guys are the ones that make the bullets, right?
Correct.
And they bought
gunbroker.com.
Gunbroker.com.
$240 million.
Right.
Look at their day. They held. on a Friday where, you know, a lot of people are taking profits.
This is the year-to-date chart on them. They're just ripping. They're
yeah.
In terms of keeping their trend in line, this is, look at that, 6 months.
That's solid,
I mean, this is, look at the 1 month, look at the 5-day, and, you know, this is and I heard they had a massive backlog, like a huge
I'm sure.
backlog.
I'm sure they do.
Right. All right, that's one we're watching there, and it was, wow, look at this thing. What did it do today? It was
3% down.
It was 3% down.
But,
it's 940 in the aftermarket.
Yeah, it ran up though. I mean, it had a great day yesterday.
Right.
So that's one we're just keeping an eye on. There were some other Greek shippers that we didn't cover. They ran.
You want to go back to Greek shippers?
Yeah, we kind of skipped past.
Let's bring them all up. Come on.
All right, let's just bring up the
here, a little rewrap.
The risk on EDRY. EDRY. Micro float, by the way.
Euro dry.
Yeah. It's a 1 million float, $7.80 to $12 range today.
This has a 1 million float.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a micro. This has 20. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, be careful here. This is going to be volatile. You can feel it, right?
Very much so.
What's exciting about them right now? Wow.
Because the sympathy of it can move very fast. Like this is something you have to be very careful with. You can blow up your account if you start getting size into this thing, and then it'll go south on you in a hurry. So, a lot of these.
The volume was only 98,000. Is that right?
No, that might be the average. It was 1.4 million today.
It was.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Was it the average?
The average is 388,000. Yeah. Market cap 23 million.
Euro dry limited.
Yeah, more dry bulk.
I never heard of them.
More Greek shippers.
You pull the craziest. I mean, if I hang around you long enough, I learn stuff every day.
That's day trading there.
Hell? I mean, look at that. Jesus. Don't these guys basically raise capital, buy ships?
Yes. Supermax.
And then what happens? The ships go to zero? I mean, I just, what is up with this business that these things?
They buy Cape-size ships, Supermax
Someone has
ships.
to explain to me why these guys raise so much money, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
They buy ships like crazy.
Yeah.
And they eventually go to zero. I don't get what they're doing.
I really don't know. I mean, they dilute these tickers like crazy.
I know, but what are they doing with the money?
I mean, they do invest in infrastructure in ships.
But what happens to the ships? I mean, why do they go? Every shipping stock seems to reverse.
Maybe we need to go to Greece and find out.
One of them did 7 reverses in a year or something.
Yeah, Dries.
Yeah, and then eventually they got kicked off, right?
Dries is gone.
Are they completely gone?
Gone.
Oh, crazy.
And Top Ship was on its way, but I think they've kind of mended their ways. Anyhow, these are super risky. They're only for intraday. I don't recommend them as an investment.
Do you even think people should day trade?
I mean, with these tickers, they should not day trade unless they have a lot of experience.
You know, it's funny. The more I've been doing this now for so long, 30 plus years.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think back about when I was doing different kinds of trading, and knock on wood, because I'm about to say I'm a better trader than I used to be, and then that's the kiss of death. I'm not saying that I have. Listen, it's through near-death experiences that I've learned a lot, right? But it is now that I've been smoked a couple times in the 30 years I've done this, I can see a pattern of why you'd end up day trading. But I don't like the idea that you only day trade.
Right.
I like the idea that you swing trade. There's a reason, because that volatility, I would like to call it, listen, let's all learn a different term today. Now, for a lot of you that are smart and smarter than me, you're going to say, Todd, I already know that term. For those of you who don't trade a lot, it's called volatility trading. And what I've discovered for myself after years of analysis is that I position trade in things I love and believe in. Like, look at Disney, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I position trade in things I love and believe in. I swing trade to some extent, but I volatility trade a lot. I look for that volatility, right, and to see if I can be part of something that's volatile. And so, with you do bring me the most volatility I've ever seen. You seem to migrate to, the shit that's out of control. I mean, I've been you give me trades over the last call it 3 years or something, where you're like, hey, take a look at this when it's 42 cents. I look up at $6. I mean, it's crazy. You somehow you're in the pulse of it.
But what's crazy is, you know what? Todd's been trading so long. I remember when we were talking about some of his first trades. He's like, yeah, I bought IBM at 9 1/4. Like he was using fractions.
It was 52 1/4.
52 1/4. This guy.
Yeah.
So he's writing up tickets on
the. You probably don't remember, but stocks usually trades in fractions. When I started the business, you couldn't buy a stock for less than an eighth, so it was 52 1/8, right? Which is what is that, 12.5 cents or something?
Yeah, and our producer's looking at us going, eighths. Wait,
yeah,
eighths?
And it was eighths, quarters. And here's a true story too. I actually bought. I used to when I was a broker at Dean Witter, we'd actually sell stocks on the NASDAQ, where the stock would be 725 bid, 775 offer. There was a time where Dell Computer was like that, and I'd get paid not on Dell but others. Like I'd sell a stock for $7.75, and the broker would get 50 cents.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Like, dude, how did you get stuff done back then?
I for years I used to say, you guys have got to lower the commissions. I was always a 49% discount guy, and
right.
I used to say all the time, we need to offer institutional rates, which was 5 to 7 cents, to individuals. The democracy of trading, democratization of trading, happened over time. I always wanted it to happen, but remember, it was Charles Schwab that brought on discount to the New York Stock Exchange.
That's right.
They didn't used to let you do it. And it took years, just like long distance. You used to only be able to use AT&T, and it was MCI that basically brought AT&T to its knees by saying, hey, it doesn't cost 25 cents a minute to make a long-distance call. What the market is, what I'm seeing in the market is that Robinhood and Weeble and Interactive Brokers, although you are a difficult platform and you need to fix it. Sorry, their interface is just, oh my, it's too complicated. But
yeah.
But the point I'm making here is this is a secular change. Like Robinhood is like the internet of when you discovered Yahoo or Google, right? When you first 20 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
These things are crazy, the way that you can, the liquidity, the no-cost commissions, the low-cost commissions that are allow you. And so you can effectively be profitable. You didn't used to be able to do this. I used to have to think about commissions. If I bought 10,000 shares of something that cost me 5 cents, I had 500 into it, 500 to get out of it. I was $1,000 on the trade to break even. Now I'm profitable right away. It's crazy.
Do you think that volatility has increased a ton because of that? The no commission people are they're tickling the tape.
Yeah, you're in and out of it.
Yeah, but they're like tickling the tape. You always see these crazy, like somebody's buying one share at the ask, selling one share.
That's shit bullshit.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, I know.
I hate that stuff.
But with the idea that you can buy a percentage of a stock and put a percentage of your money in there and own a fractional share,
yeah,
you are allowing people to get profitable. And my son, these guys making an extra couple $1,000s a quarter.
Yeah,
you going to UCLA trading on Robinhood. It's crazy.
That's incredible.
Or it could be a sign that there's an issue. But I think that I'm not saying it's different this time. I'm not saying that stocks can't get killed. They can. You can get murdered. Believe me. Stocks go higher than you ever thought possible and lower than you ever thought imaginable. And you need to remember that. You can get crushed.
Absolutely.
But the liquidity and the way that people are communicating with Reddit and online is crazy, and I think it's changed the game in the sense that you have to think about the retail investor now in a way you didn't used to think about it. And I'll give you an example, and I'm a little frustrated today. I'm trying to buy a position that I want to file a 13D on.
Yeah.
So I bought 200,000 shares, and I bought it for around, and let's just call it $2, right? By the middle of the day, it spiked all the way to 250. I'm like, I don't want to pay 50 cents more, and it trades millions of shares extra, and I'm not talking about that one. I see my producer talking about another one.
Yeah.
So I'm a little frustrated because there's so much information now, it's instantaneously. So you lose a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
Right. Because the retail traders catch on to it. Well, let me show you one that I'll bring up. Now, I want to be clear with the audience. Overly clear. Listen closely to what I'm about to say to you. I have filed a 13D on this company.
Right.
Okay? I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring up the chart. I'm going to bring up the 5-year chart. Okay? Now, I think that's a breakout. I'm not recommending this. Let me be clear, overly clear. I'm not recommending this company. However, I have bought a 449,000 share position. I own 9.9% of the company for the portfolio, the company I run, Ault Global. And we filed the 13D, and you can find this as publicly traded. It's publicly available that I filed the 13D on the company. And this is a company that's traded sideways for about 4 or 5 years, paid a 40-cent dividend in December.
Yeah.
Paid a dividend the year before that. heavily involved in technology management, has thousands of customers, and I believe, in my opinion, is undervalued. Do your own research. But someone called me on it today. Said, hey, why are you in this stock? Why are you long the stock? I really am interested in it.
Right.
What's going on? I couldn't tell him what I want to do with it, but you can read the 13D filing.
Right.
But this is an example of, I can't buy anymore because if I go over 9.9%, then there's a bunch of anti-takeover rules, and I'm very interested in the company. I'm not going to comment on what I want to do with it. But this is an example of something where I did research. I looked at this over a long period of time and finally took a position, put my money where my mouth is. Mm-hmm. I bring this up because I'm trying to buy another company right now. I have a 13D filing on NTN, which is Buzz Time, NTN
right.
Buzz Time. NTN is on the New York American. I have a 13D filing on SSNT. I have a 13D filing on IKNX,
mm-hmm.
Iconics.
Yep.
And this other one I want to file a 13D on, but I can't get a hold of it. The stock ran from me, and and this has showed up on someone's radar. And the reason I bring this up is not, don't buy my stocks. Don't even. I'm not telling you to do anything with them. What I'm trying to point out to you is that these tools come up on people's radar, and a lot of people have access to them. And when someone says something about them, they get carried away. Right?
Yeah.
They
Instantly.
The information is instantaneous.
That's where you lose your edge. And a lot of this about trading that we're talking about, and how volatility and the edge and the new, trading platforms and, like you said, forums. A lot of this goes to poker as well. Before like the Chris Moneymaker times in 2003, when poker, Texas Hold'em became mainstream on ESPN, people were learning in different manners. But once the internet, poker started, and training and all that stuff
happened,
yeah, like the learning curve just was gone. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of poker, what does it mean to follow 13D? Watch Wall Street Words. On Wall Street Words, I do them all the time on my YouTube channel, Todd Ault, and I cover meanings in about 1 minute or so. I cover a definition. Yep. But what a 13D is when a company buys a position of more than 4.9%, it has 10 days to notify the market that it did so. Once it goes over 9.9%, it has 2 days. When you go to 9.9%, this is mergers and acquisitions, takeover stuff. You'll generally see people go to 9.9 because if you buy more than 9.9, you become an affiliate. There's a swing profit trading rule. There's all kinds of laws behind it. But a 13D effectively means you want to influence management. You want the company to do something, and you intend on talking to the company about it. That's in general. Now, remember, a reminder, I'm not telling you to buy the 13D filings. I've done, do your own research, but I'm free to tell you about them because they are public record. Yeah. I played some Hold'em last night.
Oh, you did?
2 nights in a row. But I played heads up Hold'em against the dealer.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to tell you, I eventually figured out that they have an edge.
The bonus bets will probably get you.
The bonus bets get you the buck, right?
Yeah.
And they have all these other things where they're like the triple,
you can get a pair, you get paid.
Yeah.
You can make like a flush or a straight.
And I watched Crypto Joe won $1,100, and he ran
like
because he had a couple runners, right? And he got a 4 of a kind, and then he got a 3 of a kind and a full house. He got bonus paid a couple things. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot because I was playing with Joe, who I consider a personal friend.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes, Joe, you do work for me.
Shout out to Joe and gambling because I've seen him now in several sessions.
Oh,
he runs like Usain Bolt. That guy runs amazing.
He's a winner.
So.
Crypto Joe, if you don't know, has been the longest continual employee that's ever worked for me. I think he's worked for me for 13 years. He's probably like regretting that right now because he's working like a dog moving us to Vegas.
He's got some stuff going on.
He's got at my work. He works like a dog.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And obviously, since we're I won't talk about Bitcoin, but obviously read the public filings.
Yeah.
So Joe's working hard. We talked about 13Ds. I played some. So what do you think of think of Hold'em, where you're playing against the dealer, but you're not playing against others? What do you think of the actual game?
I think I know the game you played, and I think they have an edge on the bonus bets. They definitely have an edge. Mm-hmm. But also, did you have to post 2 bets, like a blind and an ante?
Yeah, you have to post 2 bets.
They have an edge on the ante bet. Oh. So the ante bet, I think you only get paid on the straight or better.
Oh, yeah.
So they're crushing you on that bet. And then one more thing. I think the dealer has to have a pair in order to qualify. So if they don't make a pair, I think they push your ante bet back.
They do push your ante bet.
Yeah, they got you there too.
So I'm trying to watch their edge and going, why is it that I'm not getting smoked? Because I did win a little bit and up and down a couple times. but I could see that they had some sort of edge that I wasn't following.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Sure.
I want to give a shout out to wizardofodds.com. Okay?
Wizard of Odds?
Wizard of Odds, not Oz.
Do they
odds.
pay us? Are they paid? Is that a paid promotion?
They're like so nutrient rich in content.
So they don't pay us?
No, but risk management wise in the gambling arena.
Wizard what?
Wizard of Odds.
Wizard of Odds.
Yeah, pull it up.
I'm going to do it right now. Wizard of Odds.
ODDS.
What? It's a symbol?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Maybe we should take them public. No, it's just wizardofodds.com. It's just a domain. It's a great site for.
That didn't work.
So it's a great site for people that are looking to find the best edge in the house. Obviously, the house always wins unless you're playing poker against other people, or if you have an edge in blackjack where you're an advantage player. I don't want to get into that too much, but for the most part, you're trying to reduce variance and reduce the house edge. And this site,
I'm not able to bring it up.
I've got it right here. Take a look.
Okay, well, I know, but I want to. Don't
we'll link it.
Don't look on the screen because it's not working, Brad.
We can link it.
All right, I want to put a link down the post. What about this Wizard of Odds? Do you like?
He's I think he's from graduate from Stanford, mathematician, incredible student of all the games, and he breaks down supercomputer samples of.
So if you're a gambler, you should go to wizardofodds.com.
Yeah, our producer has it up there.
Right, I see that, but I want to put it on the screen.
But so yeah, it's a great site.
Can you put it on the screen? Okay, cool. Wizard of Odds. Jason recommends Wizard of Odds.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
And you're not paid in any way, right? Let's give full disclosure.
I'm not compensated at all.
You don't have a affiliate link or anything?
Nothing at all. It's just been helpful to me along the way.
They're not secretly giving money to your kids or your
No,
family?
Michael Shackelford. Shout out to you, sir.
All right, there you go. See? Full disclosure here. I know I get accused of lots of things. People always tell me I'm getting paid, but it's not true.
Yeah, we're not getting paid on that. But risk management goes in life, in gambling, in stocks, in everything. So
what's risk on for you for next week? By the way,
we're
not on Monday because it's a holiday. Enjoy President's Day because I'm going to enjoy it because I'm headed to New York. Now, this is the first time I have an office in New York, actually, on Park Avenue. And
obvious brag.
Was that a brag?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You said that. If you didn't say the street, then it would have.
I have an office in New York City, and I haven't been there since February 14th of last year. I left there, heard about COVID. I was hearing about COVID for about a month or so, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and thinking, oh, great. Got on a flight, came back, went to 10X with Grant Cardone.
Oh, yeah.
Got sick as a dog, thought I had COVID. I don't know whether I did or not. Hey, I got a COVID test yesterday. I don't know the results yet. I don't have COVID. I think I already had it, but whatever. I'm going to New York with my wife, and for those people who follow me, we are part of building a hotel in New York City. We're having a topping party. We're going to go cut the ribbon on Wednesday for that hotel.
Can you tell me the name of that? Is
No.
that no? I can't.
No.
Okay.
No, I can't. It's going to be called La Fouquette.
Okay.
The flag we're flying is La Fouquette. That has been publicly displayed.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Okay.
It's a 96-room hotel in Greenwich. It's wonderful.
So that's a boutique hotel, which
Boutique,
is
yeah.
So it's.
But anyways, I'm going back there. I'll be in New York for the first time in a year exactly. I'm flying out on February 14th. We're not going to be on Monday, but I'm going to do the show live with you.
Yes.
You'll be here and I'll be there. It'll be a bi-coastal show. I'm excited about it.
So, yeah, we got to remember that.
Hopefully you won't screw that
I
up.
forgot about the time difference.
Well, it's just 3 hours. Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So when you go on at 1:15, it'll be 4:15 for me.
Yep.
Right before Martini Hour or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll do 1 hour back there. We'll do the show. We'll do it live.
Yeah, well, Bill O'Reilly.
I'm kidding. We're not doing it live.
No.
But we are going to do it, and we are going to have it 4 days next week.
Yeah.
So it's a long weekend. Some stocks still held up for the weekend pretty nicely.
Yeah, actually.
So what's risk on for you on Monday? It looks like I know you're interested in these shipping stocks.
Well, honestly, on Monday.
I mean, not Monday, Tuesday.
No, there's risk on Monday. I was going to
that?
go play a poker tournament.
You're going to play a poker tournament.
Yeah. So
can people come see you, or you don't want to tell people where you're going to be?
No,
right?
I'm going to have a mask.
Yeah,
I'll have a hoodie on. You won't even recognize me.
You need to be a little nervous because someone made a comment yesterday that he knows you're right winger, and he said he wants to debate you. I know you. I saw you. I saw that comment. I responded.
I saw that.
If there's any doubt that Jason swings right, then there ain't any doubt.
Listen, just because I like guns and I don't like the COVID vaccine, I mean, what would make you think that I'm a lean right? I don't understand.
Really? Okay.
All right, I'm being sarcastic.
Well, I
obviously.
know for sure. That's okay. So, what's on for Tuesday? Okay, you're going to play poker Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back in New York, sleeping and having dinner with my general counsel.
Yes.
What are you doing on Tuesday?
I'll tell you what I'm doing. So Monday night, we're going to look at the Asian markets as far as cryptocurrency goes.
Sure.
If that is a setup for Tuesday morning at 1 a.m., it'll be what time? You'll be gone? No, you'll still be in California.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be looking at the crypto tickers for sure.
There was one Chinese crypto. Can you bring it up? What's the symbol? Josh, can you bring it up because my computer's not working?
There's two.
It's F.
They're easy. BTBT and FTFT.
BTBT and FTFT.
Those are the two.
We're not recommending them, but you should look at them. These are China crypto plays.
Yeah.
But they're sympathy plays. So sympathy plays to Riot.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought I'll leave these comments with you. If you're a player in Disney, 95 million subscribers, plus Hulu even more. They're moving up their break-even profitability forecast. Disney is rock solid.
Their earnings were great.
They're just in COVID times. They're doing incredibly well.
Yeah.
I still like Coca-Cola, even though I don't own any right now. And for the record, by the way, I don't own any Disney either. But I got to put my money where my mouth is and buy some Disney.
One more thing I wanted to talk about early next week. So they have this is more political. They have the votes to do a recall on Gavin Newsom in California.
Right.
And just because you're a
Gavin,
Californian, I want to see what happens.
I do joke about my wife and Gavin because they kind of grew up in the same circles, but whatever.
So I went to college.
She denies it.
We'll talk about this next week. Where I went to college, I used to party all the time with a certain celebrity that might have his own TV show. So let's just tease that for next week.
But I know who he is, and he does have a TV show. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't want to give it away.
Don't give it away.
I want to leave him hanging until next week.
Right.
So,
hey, it's been an interesting show. Have a great weekend and a great President's Day.
Wait, one more thing. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on.
Whoa.
Guys, we never even talked about this. I was supposed to lead with this. Kudos to the entire team. The new show intro. If you guys haven't seen it, I just want to say it's amazing.
We have a new intro today, new music. We thought that other rock and roll was a little hard. Those rock and roll players, they play that music too loud.
Turn it down. All right, that's all I got.
It's February 12th. This is the 10th show of Risk On. We're not stopping. I know some of you don't want me to do this show. Too bad. For Todd, Ault, and Jason Bartholomew, it's the weekend. It's a long weekend. Thanks to Skyla, our producer, and Brett and Josh. I think this is a good week. This is the second week, the 10th show. It's like a little anniversary.
We made it to double digits.
We're giving away stuff here. Put comments below. I appreciate everyone's comments. I'm going to have an email next week I'm going to give out where you guys can comment and tell me if you like me and ask me questions. And we're working on a show. Josh is working on making the show live one day.
Yes.
So we'll be able to take in call-ins. We don't know what day that'll be, but we're grateful that you watch the show. This is Risk On, and we'll see you Tuesday.